different, baby. I can tell.
Definitely, guys. So what we're gonna do is, if everybody can introduce yourselves, we'll start off with Brandon.
Brandon Stewart is my name. Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. We run Stewart's Productions, Stewart's Photography and Cinema, and Ultimate School Dances. And we're also, Ultimate School Dances is based in Florida as well.
My name is Joel from Florida. We run RJ Event Productions and also Ultimate School Dance. And we do DJ, entertainment, and production all over Florida.
Hey, what's up, people? My name is Jeff Garcia. I represent RJ, Ultimate School Dance. We everywhere, baby. We make the party come to you.
I love it.
And I'm Andrew Verdici from Verdici Event, San Francisco Bay Area, kind of full-scale production company out here. Just representing the Bay, as you can see, I got the Golden Gate Bridge behind me. So welcome, everybody.
And I am Joe Bunn with Bunn DJ Company, and we have a membership community as well for DJs called the DJ's Vault.
Awesome. So here we're gonna talk and Ben and answer people's questions. So Joe, how are you guys doing with everything here that's going on?
Yeah, I mean, so far I consider myself on the scale of lucky, I guess, because I think we've rescheduled 100 or so weddings until later this year or next year. Only a couple people have canceled and, asked for their deposit back, which is always a war because technically I don't need to give it back. But I'm also trying to be empathetic and also trying to not go out of business and also trying to not get them to leave us 30 negative reviews. So it's kind of stressful. Luckily, most people are hanging on. They've got too much money floating in these deposit world for all these big weddings, which is the majority of what we do here at Bunn DJ Company. So we're hanging in there, man. I'm fortunate in that most of my DJ or all of my DJs have other jobs, and working for my company is just a side hustle. So, they haven't really had to go on unemployment, or nobody's really, thankfully living paycheck to paycheck right now. They're still collecting from their other jobs. So we're hanging in there, man. I would love for somebody to give me an estimate of when it's really going to be over. That's what I need to plan for the future, and that's what I can't seem to get.
Oh, cool. Yeah, here we had some dates that were moved, and like here, for example, we're gonna be doing one school, but it's gonna be virtually. So like we'll be set up like in their gym and just have basically just like this and have everybody join in.
Wow.
Have you had any clients or corporate or school wanting to do an idea like that?
I have not. Everybody's either canceled or holding out hope that it's still going to happen. I'm prepared. I am prepared that when the gates reopen to have parties in the state of North Carolina or possibly the United States, that they're going to still shortchange us. In other words, I don't think they're going to say, gates are open, you can have your wedding. I think it's going to be gates are open, but there's a 50% cap. And at that point, I think the pivot is going to be, can you live stream it to the other 50 people that can't make it or got cut from the guest list? But I have not had a school or anybody, request us to live stream an event. Are you going to get the same kind of money as you would have if you had been there?
Well, from what they have, yeah, they requested like their whole package. So basically, it's,
What? The lights, the speakers, the whole thing?
yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
basically,
Okay.
Man.
I like it.
so yeah, they're gonna.
Nice. That is very cool.
They said, "Oh, we want you to come. We're gonna decorate the gym and everything."
Wow. That's too cool.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to them, but no, I have not had anybody that cool yet.
Yeah.
Joel has a way of speaking to people, I guess.
I guess. It's like a freaking, like he threw a Jedi mind trick on him or something.
Oh well, wait a minute. What I gotta say is the DJ's vault. That's what helped me
Hey,
a lot.
okay.
I owe you a
Sweet.
lot for that. As you can
Dude.
see, I took notes from what you said too.
Oh, look at that branding. That
Look at
looks
that.
clean. That gold, that's
Yeah,
Wow.
popping.
definitely.
Well, dude, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for saying that because it's a lot of work every month, obviously, as you can imagine. Like I pretty much turned over the DJ company to Randy really when the vault started. Like I basically said, look, you're gonna have to book the shows and deal with the clients, and I'll go out and play on Saturdays for my personal shows, but you're gonna have to make sure that this train keeps running because this vault thing just kind of exploded. And so he's kind of my right hand man. I obviously have still got him on board, but like anything, man, you got to adapt in this environment. I mean, I definitely had to cut him back, on some of his pay. I had to cut Dominic back on some of his pay. I think it's just really smart right now to get as lean as possible. And that's what I've been telling everybody. Like, I'm even feeling the effects of it on the vault side from people dropping their memberships. And I'm like, all right, I said get lean, but I didn't mean drop your vault membership. Like, if there's any time to be learning, like this is the time to be in a group like that. Like not only learn from me, but from the other people. And I'm just like, the Facebook membership alone is worth $20 a month or whatever you're paying. So, there's some things I think get lean on, like if you're carrying extra office space or you're carrying too much staff or whatever, just because we don't know when it's coming out. But there's certain things like my music pools and my education stuff that I'll be damned if I'm going to quit that stuff. I'd quit Netflix before I quit my music pools.
It'd be stupid to quit that stuff because, like you said, this is a good time to learn all of this stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I had the time to sit down and look at everything you did because you put so much good content out there. I've watched a few of the things you have on there, and
Right.
I've even converted that not only in my DJ business, but also use that in my photography, videography business.
Yeah.
And it's helped that in that area tremendously, especially in the marketing campaign.
Yes.
So, that's marketing right now, and working and catching up and education is the best time right now to take advantage of.
I agree, man. I agree 100,000%. Like it just, you're not going to do it once you get busy again. It's so hard to discipline yourself and sit down and watch the videos or read the articles. And right now I've got 4 projects going on right now. I'm busier than I've ever been. I've got extra gear that I'm selling on eBay project going on. I've got trying to come up with this wedding live streaming project going on. I've got so many different things going on right now. I think maybe that's the key to sanity as well. Just keeping myself busy. I've been on multiple people's podcasts. I'm like the guest of choice this month, but I'm like, dude, if you ask me, I'm going to be on it. So anybody out there watching this, you ask me, I'll be on because I got time and in a couple of months, hopefully I won't have time.
Yeah. That's great to have you on here. An honor to have you talking to all of us.
Like I said, love to talk with DJs, love to see people hustling, and man, it sounds like we've all got things going on in all different parts of the country, which is super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about them shortchanging us, capping it at 50 people. I can
Right.
definitely see them doing something like that.
I just can't imagine them just, ripping the Band-Aid off and or flip the light switch or whatever they say. And maybe 100 people. I don't know.
It probably depends on the capacity of the venue too.
That's a good point. It could be based on that or the square footage. Same with restaurants. I don't know what's going to happen with sports. That really bums me out.
2021 on that one.
Golly, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, B, that's kind of what they said in LA. They already canceled all sporting events all the way through 2020. So it's
that's just crazy. That's unheard of for sports.
Sports.
I mean, think of how much money they're losing. The bars,
Dude,
the restaurants.
Last week or last night, I was flipping through channels, and it was like 2009 NBA something finals, and I was like, why the shit do I want to watch an 11-year-old game right now? I was like, anything but that. Like I can already look it up on my phone, and I already know who won. Like, what are we doing? It's sad, man. It's sad, but we just got to hang in there, man. Like it just, nobody in our lifetimes experienced it. Your parents hadn't experienced it. Maybe your great grandparents went through it 100 years ago with the Spanish flu, but man, all everybody talked about was how good 2020 was going to be, and it has been absolutely garbage. All of it. All of it. From day one, like
in the very beginning.
There was what was there? There's Australian fires, and then there was something else that was crazy, and then this. It's like this year sucks.
I have to agree.
Sucks.
Hey,
This
man,
too shall pass.
I was supposed to get married this year too, and we had to sit there and reschedule our wedding.
Wow, dude.
It was going to be an epic wedding, but I'll have to wait till 2021 in August.
Yep. Go ahead and on that. Yep, that's a smart move to just push to next year, man. Because I really do not know where this is going. I don't. I wish. That's the main thing that when I wake up in the morning, I want to turn on the radio or the TV, and then somebody be like, "All right, here's the game plan." And there's just so much speculation. I was watching a video the other day on Disc Jockey News that John Young was going through this whole 50-page phase 1, 2, 3, 4 plan, and I was like, that is the most depressing video you've ever made. And people kept trying to share it in the vault, and I kept saying, decline. I was like, it's not even, you know what I mean? Because it was still speculative, and I was like, I'm not gonna until that's real. Until somebody says this is the gospel, I'm not posting that.
Yeah, Joe.
I was pissed off at the guy that sent it to me. I was like, why'd you send me this video?
You could ask like what we're doing over here in like the Bay Area. My business partner and I were building a runway of like 6 months. So like you said, trying to get as lean as possible,
right?
And figuring out like how can you keep business open for at least 6 months if no money came in. And so that's really what we're focusing on ourselves out here in the Bay Area.
100%. Sorry, I'm just approving this post that Joel just made. 100%. The conversation that I had on Tuesday with the conversation I had with my bookkeeper on Tuesday morning after kind of hearing just more negative news, and maybe I saw that video or something, was what is the game plan, or what is the no money coming in at all scenario? Like, let's start talking about that today. You know what I mean? And when she, once we did that, I actually felt better. You know what I mean? Because it was, all right, well, we can cut this and we can cut that. And, because we've been through this already. We looked at all business expenses and all personal expenses, cut. But then it's like, okay, round 2. Now really, what can we cut? And because we don't know when this is going to end. And so that's what we did. And I felt better, honestly. You know what I mean? Because, and let's be realistic, guys, and let's be optimistic. There's no way that you're not going to make any money the rest of it. Doesn't matter the next month, the next 2 months, the next 3 months, 4. You're going to make money. People, I get checks every day from people that are booking brand new 2021 or late 2020 events. I booked a huge corporate event the other day for Christmas. They paid in full. I didn't even ask them to, and they paid in full. You know, a lot of people are doing this payment plan thing. So like I was saying last night on that webinar, like if Susie was supposed to get married in April and she punted to October and still owes her balance, write her a letter or an email and just say, hey, Susie, what do you think about making, you know, $300 a month payments for the next 6 months to pay off your $1,800 balance? It'll help you out. It will help us out. You know what I mean? So like, let's face it, like you are going to get, unless you're a terrible business owner or you just weren't doing well in the first place, there is going to be some sort of revenue coming in over the next 2-3 months, however long this goes on, honestly. Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
It's just hard to budget and it's hard to factor in, and you can't look back and go, okay, I got 50 leads last May or last April, and so I'm going to get 50 this April. Well, we know that's not going to be true. You know, the number of leads coming in is going to be less. The number of people that are willing and actively writing contracts are less, but there's going to be money coming in, period.
Oh, cool.
That was deep. It's true. Deep. Gotta get your hustle up.
Yeah, Andrew.
That's it, man. I'm gonna have a Chips Ahoy cookie with that, man. Cheers.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man.
I'm stretch eating over here, baby.
I know, man, and I want to do the same, and you know, I you know, people are like, well, you know, you're a good leader during this. I'm like, man, but you know, I have ups and downs. I have good days and bad days, like just like everybody else. You know, it's just you. Some days you wake up angry, some days you wake up depressed, some days you wake up sad, some days you wake up scared. I think I'm more worried about business than my health. Maybe that's ignorant, but you know, as somebody that is a control freak, if you will, which we all kind of are, we have that in our personality or our DNA. To not have any control over this is the most disheartening thing. It's just that's why this is so hard for people that have the personality that all of us do. You know, we're just not used to having zero control, not having a date of when the events start back, and so on and so forth. Like that's the thing that drives me crazy. But
Hey, Joe,
can't do anything about it. Yes, sir. Go.
What are you doing to keep yourself busy? I mean, as far as like the ups and downs, and some days are great, some days are stressful.
I try.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about me, man, is I'm a creature of habit. And so the things that I used to do on certain days, I still do on the same days. So I'll give you an example. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I work out. Now, that used to look like going to one of these kind of boutique gyms. Like there's a place called F45 that I liked, where there was this indoor cycling studio called Flywheel that I liked. But you know what? I bought that Peloton bike, and that's got a TV screen, and the instructors are on there. And so I act like I'm in Flywheel and put the lights in the room on LED blue and pretend I'm in Flywheel. The F45 place is kind of like weight training and interval training. So I bought this at-home weight set that came with Les Mills, which is like an Australian workout company, and it's on that Roku stick. So I installed the Les Mills channel, and I take the couch and flip it up on its end, and I do the 45-minute class like I would have at that place. You know, the coffee shop I still go to every day is still open, so I still go there every day. Now, granted, I go in, and they tell me to wait outside, and they bring it out to me, but it's still open. So I try and just keep the same routine that I used to do. I'm very fortunate in that the office building is still unlocked where I work, mainly because pre-virus, everybody moved out of there that was in the other offices in that building. They outgrew it and needed a bigger space. So I'm by myself in this big, I don't know how many 1,000-foot office building every day. And that's kind of a bit of a sanctuary, you know what I mean, where I can get things done, make videos, do podcasts, you know, work on inventory. You know, I had my kids there working the last 2 days. They counted T-shirts. We'll have a big sale of T-shirts and stuff. They were counting gear. And I pulled aside probably $10,000 worth of gear, no exaggeration, that I'm going to sell just because it's never, honestly, never been out of the box. And we got to remember, like, if you can put stuff on eBay or on Facebook Marketplace right now, there are a lot of people that aren't us. There's plenty of people still making the exact same thing. They might be working at home, but they're still getting that fat ass check from that tech company that they work for, and they ain't got anywhere else to spend it. I mean, honestly, I cleaned out my storage room a couple weeks ago, so I had a wakeboard that almost gave me a concussion and a $100 Yeti bucket in about 10 minutes. And both of them came, gave me cash, and, you know, picked them up at my office and rolled out. So there's still an economy of sorts. You just got to look at it differently. So if you got stuff sitting around, especially if it's not, you know, you ain't going to ship subwoofers right now and make any money, but if you can put them locally and sell them, I'm not saying get rid of stuff that you're going to need when the world comes back. Yeah, don't start selling the setup behind you there. You know what I mean? But if you got stuff collecting dust or stuff that you didn't use in 2019 at all,
that's a rule right there. You didn't use it last year, get rid of it.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't use it last year, you ain't going to use it this year for damn sure. So cut it loose.
I've already done it.
Exactly.
I sold like 16 moving heads.
See? That's what I'm saying. Somebody out there wants them. Yeah. People will buy it. Well, locally, on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist?
Facebook Marketplace.
Right. And then he didn't have to ship them, and they probably weighed 100 pounds a piece, you know, like.
Yeah, road cases and all, man. It was good cash money. I'm like, shoot, I've already replaced them.
Right.
So it's like we have newer stuff from Megalite.
That's what I'm saying.
Got in, and I was like, get rid of this other stuff that we've had 5+ years. Let's just go ahead and made our money on it.
Yep, made your money on it. The tech is dated, and it's just taking up floor space. Like, cut it loose.
Exactly. You know.
I got rid of stuff like same thing. I had a set of old speakers. I had them just sitting here. They were in the way. I kept bumping into them, literally. Gotta go. Put them up. Somebody came, snatched them up.
What, Facebook Marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's the move. I used to be a Craigslist fan. I am still an eBay fan, especially for stuff that's shippable. Like if I'll give you an example. Like I got a USPS account, right? And number one, I didn't know this, but you literally go in there, and once you set up an account, you just go shopping. They sent me, I went shopping on their site and picked out every size box, every size padded envelope, every size tube that you can ship stuff in, $0. They bring all that stuff, just drop it at your office. I have a whole shelf full of all their boxes. As long as you're, you know, obviously shipping priority mail, which is fast, trackable. They'll pick it up at your office door. Like, you don't have to go out and wear a mask in public. Like, if you want to make, this is Gary V 101. If y'all follow Gary Vaynerchuk, like, this is his like side hustle go-to. You know, if you've got stuff, and we're all gearheads and have too much and hoard too much shit. Like, if you can cut stuff loose now locally, like if it's heavy, cut it loose locally. You could probably get even more if people start bidding it up on eBay, though. So, or hell, put it on both. You know what I mean? And if it sells local, just dump it off eBay and keep it moving. I promise. I got a spreadsheet of about 40 things from $10 to $2,000 that I can cut loose right now. And I'm not doing it out of desperation. So nobody's going to, you know, get on Facebook and be like, oh, you got a $1,000 subwoofer, I'll give you 200. I'm not there. You don't want to be there. You know what I mean? You still want to be ahead of it. Like, I'm just going to take it, put it in a probably a separate bank account and have it for like a super emergency day fund.
Those come around often.
Yeah, exactly. I never thought the emergency fund would be for this shit.
They've been coming around pretty often, right?
I couldn't have dreamed this up. This is straight out of a
This is movie.
Absolutely.
This is movie
the other night we were trying to find a movie, and that movie Contagion came up. Have you seen this? The trailer came up. I was like, I'm not watching this. This is real life. This is what are
Talking
you?
about Contagious?
Contagion. It had like a bunch of CONTAGION. It had like a bunch of aliens.
Is it on
people in
Netflix? I want to
No,
watch it.
yeah, no, it was like a major film, but I guess it just got slept on in the theaters, and now it's like real life. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, Netflix has Outbreak, so I watched that, and here we go. I'm starting to build up the anxiety and stress just watching
I know,
it.
dude. I'm like, I'm not
what am I
watching
doing?
I got stuff in the calendar. Forget about it.
Right? Dude, I can't watch any of that stuff. I still can't watch stuff about 9/11. I've never watched a 9/11 documentary. I can't do it. I just can't do it, man.
Hey,
that movie World Trade Center was pretty good.
I can't do it.
Joe,
have
you seen Tiger King yet?
I did watch that.
Okay.
I got sucked into it.
He's in
I
jail
got
over
sucked
here
into
by
that.
me.
Oh, is he? Is he locked up down
over here in
there?
Fort Worth. Yeah, he's locked up over here.
I did watch it. I feel dumber. I feel dumber, but I did watch it, and I was entertained. And I guess that's what matters.
Hey, there is another episode on that too. If you guys watch Tiger King, they made another episode.
What?
Yeah. So one of the producers took in all of Joe's ex-employees and interviewed them. So you found out how much of the stuff that we saw was actually real, and the majority of them were like, we're glad he's locked up. Like,
wow.
That's where he deserves to be. So yeah, if there's another episode, just look on Tiger King, and it's episode 8. I just watched it last night.
Oh boy, now I got something to do tonight. All right, so let's everybody say with the next time they're going live playing music online. Joel, have you got anything planned?
Well, what we're gonna do next, I'm thinking of doing something probably next Friday.
Okay.
But I want to talk to you about it to see maybe we can do the vault things.
Yeah. We could host you. So I'm on tomorrow night 7 with this kid Aaron from Tennessee. Then I'm gonna do, this is Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Then I'm 8, and then at 9 is going to be Scooter. And if you don't know who Scooter is, then you probably are not a Direct Music Service fan. But that dude's edits are absolutely, that dude's legendary. So 7 o'clock we start Eastern Standard Time. Then I'm on at 8, and then Scooter at 9. So if y'all can tune in, and we're going to be on Twitch, by the way.
Nice.
Twitch.tv/The DJ's Vault. So, and then Verducci, what you're saying? What are you doing? You're doing the thing.
Yeah, so I'll be on tomorrow Pacific time, 5 to 7, and we're trying to raise money for the first responders here in the Bay Area, and then we'll use one of the small businesses, local restaurants here to get food and then bring it to the responders. So 5 to 7, you can see it on my page. If you guys got shout out requests, it's really interactive, so it's a little bit different than some of the other DJs that just like to spin and kind of be in their own world. I'm a little bit more, I try to make it interactive and engaging for the viewers, because I know a lot of them have kids too. So it's a party. We had over 12,000 views last Friday.
That's bananas, bro. That is absolutely congratulations. That's crazy.
These lives are ridiculous. I went on there and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, no, that's bananas, dude. How did he get so big though? How did he get so big though?
So the big thing is that when I first started, you want to encourage people to create watch parties, and then they're going to be able to bring, a whole new community that you're probably not connected with, and then they can start obviously copying people in the comments and things on that end. So we had people from London, Paris, Italy, Australia, Argentina.
Was it really 12,000 views? I mean, but it wasn't 12,000 people on it once, though, right?
No, we had it at like 400 was what we had at one time.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, it was like 396. but then it doesn't always calculate to like if someone's sharing it, like all those people at times. So,
So you're saying that's the key. Like during the broadcast, you're rocking and you're like, yo, start a watch party.
Yeah. So I tell people to share, start a watch party, and then what happens is those people become fans of yours. They either want to be your friend or they want to like the page. So I've added just on the Verducci Event Productions page. I think we've had over like 500 new likes just within 2.5 weeks. Just because people saw the video and been seeing them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then just join. So I encourage. I mean, this is a platform for DJs that want to get their name out and make a difference out there in the community. To get their name out and do it this way.
What's the move? Like you literally just hit share and then start a watch party. Like what is the actual sequence?
Yeah, so you'll see it on my page, and then underneath it'll say, "Hey, create a watch party," and I'll just say like you could press. I think it's I think it's just watch. I think, and you can press that.
Actually, now anybody that shares, it actually gives you the option now to put it as a watch party or just create a post to share it.
Yeah.
All right.
So on Friday, I had over 266 people that shared. So that's what creates, those views and everything else. And so I would encourage everyone to do it, man. Just give it a shot. It takes a couple times to get used to because we're so used to seeing people and DJing that way live in front of people. And this is just a different way of doing it with the times.
And it definitely grows, man. Once you see every week you go on and it's like more and more and more. And it just excites you more. It makes you want to look forward to next week, or to your next show.
I love it.
My show will be Wednesdays.
Yeah. Garcia, when?
Wednesdays. I do a way back Wednesdays from 9 to 10. It's 18 and over. It's not for the kids for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's more.
What time is that?
From 9 to 10.
Eastern, because you're in Florida.
Eastern. Yeah.
All right. Do it in the pool again.
Yeah, we play all the hits, all the club hits from way back when. I take it back to breakdancing days,
Oh wow, okay.
Go everything. I come from that era. I come from the b-boy scene.
Okay.
Break beat scratching and all that. So that's what we do, and I create my watch party to have everybody share it. It's like, my ammo is the people you going to the club with tonight, the people you would go to a way back Wednesday with, tag them now,
Oh, right. Okay.
So
I love that. Yeah. Are you from New York originally?
Excuse me?
Are you New York originally?
Yeah, Bronx, New York.
All right, B. Stewart, when are you going to rock it live?
Yeah, what's up, Stu? I haven't seen you on yet. What's up, man?
I have not set up anything yet for myself personally.
Okay.
So this is actually giving me motivation.
Well, we're
the freaking controller out.
We're waiting, sir. We're waiting.
No pressure now.
Exactly. We're all going to be watching and critique, and like all DJs do, critiquing every mix. It's not in key, he missed that one.
I'm more like in the.
Can you believe he didn't play this song?
I like beat matching.
Me too.
Anyway,
I'm not a scratch DJ.
Songs.
Yeah, no, I'm a terrible scratcher.
Same here.
I'm not
the picky scratch.
No, I'm terrible at that. I'm horrible. I'll admit that right now. And I'm a horrible Spanish DJ. That's my other weakness. Worst Spanish DJ in the country. Horrible.
Get that right,
Garcia got to take care of me because I'm not good. I'm terrible.
We just got to get you a playlist together.
I know. I'm bad. Horrible. Oh man.
Hey Joel, do we have any questions?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do we have any more questions? Because I'm hungry as a hostage. I had some chicken. I went to this Peruvian chicken place, and then all of a sudden I panic, and I'm like, "Yo, I thought it was 7." Joel's like, "No, it's 7." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm running with my chicken. He's eating Chips Ahoy." Like all I can think about is food right now.
Hey, I can send you some virtual cookies, baby.
Yes, please. Yeah. I cut all my hair off today. I look ridiculous.
Well, I got one question, but before that, I just want gonna put this out there for everybody. I'm gonna put a video later on. Next Wednesday, that'll be April 22nd at
Yep.
7 p.m. In our office, we're gonna lit up our building.
Ooh.
We're gonna have the first responders, police, sheriffs pass by just to thank them, give them coffee, donuts, food. So we're gonna have that Wednesday, April 22nd at 7 p.m.
Oh, dude, that's super cool, man. I love that. Very cool.
And
That's very nice.
the question that we have here is, what can you prepare? Like, as a business owner, what can you prepare for something if happens like this? If
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah.
Got background noise.
that, what can you prepare yourself for something like this were to happen a couple of years down the road? How can you prepare yourself since this is the first time and nobody was fully prepared? So how can you prepare yourself for the future?
Y'all want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I would say the thing that people do that start being successful in whatever industry you're in is they get lazy with the books or the money or the accounting, and they don't go through line by line every month, and they don't realize that they've got these subscriptions coming out that they've never used, and they don't realize that paying $2,000 or $12,000 for rent is ridiculous, and they don't realize that they don't need an equipment manager, a photo booth manager, a tampon machine manager. Like it's you get bigger and you think you need more people, and the reality is, and they have all this debt, toilet paper manager, and they have all this. The other thing they're doing is, as they're getting bigger, and especially you guys are in the production end of things, they think they need every new toy. Oh, I need the newest LED video wall, and I need the newest movers, and I need the line array speakers now, and so then they start accumulating debt and taking on debt. The safest thing you can do right now is just run as lean as possible, because we don't know that this isn't going to happen again. We pray it never happens again in our lifetime, but if you can run lean and set aside money, save money, not live check to check, not buy every toy that comes out or every pair of sneakers that comes out, then I think we'll all be better off the next time something catastrophic like this happens.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm definitely
That's some very good
definitely
advice too.
Sure.
Who's next?
I don't know how can we prepare for something like this? Being that it's a first time for everybody.
Yeah.
So my advice would be, now that we're in it and we're going through it, is really, really importantly, like, you really need to take notes now on what's going on and what are the troubles that you're going through in your company, or as far as yourself as a DJ or any small owner, a business owner. Is taking notes now, and like he said, like Joe said earlier, review yourself, review your spendings, review your yearlies, watch what you are spending. A lot of people do, you want to get the best and new, and sometimes you don't always need to grab that, because there's always going to be the best and new. Always. You buy something today, next week something.
That's why those people are in business, man. That's why they're in business. Yep.
So just just like you're doing what you do and being the best at it, so people can book you. These people are doing the same thing with equipment and everything.
Yep.
So with that being said, it's just pretty much watch how you're running. Whether your business is succeeding heavy, like if you're going off the top, just balling out of control, getting events,
Yep.
you still want to be like you were 2 years ago. You still want to think
Absolutely.
like you were, thinking 2 years ago. So you keep that hunger on top of that.
Yep. Yep. Never take
Yeah.
your foot off the gas. Never ever take your foot off the gas.
Yeah, Joe,
Definitely.
I know we spoke about it earlier, with my business partner and I mean, it's as young business owners, we've been in business for 9 years.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a learning experience, especially here in the Bay Area. Everyone lives in a different area. So some areas are, less expensive than others. Here being in California, it's one of the most
Yeah.
expensive places to live. So we had just said moving forward, and if we get back to events, say in September, we got to be able to create a budget to live within our own means, but also what we call create this treasure chest of hopefully 6 months or 8 months of life. If this happens again, a year, 2, 3 years down the road, we built this treasure chest of just funds that can get us through that time. Whereas this year, we didn't plan for it. I don't think obviously a lot of people planned for it.
Nobody did.
So it definitely, I don't wish this upon anybody, but as owners, it's allowed us to take a step back and, like you said, review our books, review our spending, and really ask ourselves, do we really need this, or can we do without?
Right.
And it saves us $400 every month.
Right.
So I completely agree. I definitely would recommend for those, like, create that treasure chest of reserves and money, and just, don't be so naive and think that this can't happen again. It definitely can.
That's for sure.
So that's something that I would encourage everyone to do.
Yeah, that's definitely good advice. Yeah, I have to agree with everything y'all both said. Also, in addition to is, like me personally, my wife and I know this is something that most people don't want to talk about, but we have a really good life insurance plan, a backup plan. So if one of us passes away, customers are all taken care of right there.
And that's great advice. Yeah.
And this is something that, and I learned a lot of this from my dad. I'm actually going to be more likely taking over his business as he retires, because he does life insurance and money marketing and investments. But set some money back for retirement, because we're not getting any younger.
No, none of us are. Yeah.
And we don't want to be in our 60s, struggling to, buy a bag of potato chips or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So life insurance is a key. And there's a lot of life insurance programs out there that allow you to draw against the death benefit in case of a stroke, heart attack, if you're disabled. Because that's the kind of policy we have. So, like, if I have a stroke or heart attack or disabled, lost my leg.
Can't DJ, right.
Exactly. We can draw against the death benefit.
Right. Smart.
There's almost $1 million there. So there's a lot of money, but we can draw against the death benefit.
Super smart. Yep. Same with your will. I mean, like your estate. Like, if you hadn't done that, especially if you're married, especially if you have kids, like, you are absolutely, that's like Russian roulette, man. You got to have your affairs in order. Who's going to take care of your kids if you passed away? Who gets your money? Like, that stuff will get tied up for years with your family if you don't have your estate in order. So nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to think about dying, but get your stuff in order, man.
People are dying at all ages with this coronavirus.
All ages.
No joke.
Yeah.
And even before this, my secondary job, I work at a funeral home at night, and I see death every night. So you're never too young, too old. You're never too healthy.
Yep.
And death calls, it calls, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Have your stuff in order. Have your stuff in order, people.
I know where I'm going after I leave this earth.
Right up. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Is there a Chick-fil-A in heaven?
Hey, it's better. He got better. Go through the gates of heaven. He gonna say, "Come on in, Brandon. I got mega fried, and a bucket of chicken and a gallon of grape soda." You gotta love it.
Oh man, you guys are
country
tripping.
boys down here. That's how we are in the South, man. We love our chicken down here. Chicken.
Same. Barbecue, chicken, all that.
We
I
but,
left
but we
everything
don't
alone.
eat bats. We don't eat bats here, man.
No bats.
Hell no.
No
We
bats
ain't
in
eat bats.
me.
We don't want none of them viruses and shit. That's called
No,
bushmeat.
no, yeah,
Not
do
yet.
not eat
All the
that.
chicken run out.
No possum, none of that.
Yeah, bushmeat is anything they eat out of the forest. You know, that's what they look it up. Bushmeat of
Bushmeat.
like
Okay,
in
squirrels.
other countries.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. Okay,
everything.
yeah,
Cat, antelope. That's what I mean by bushmeat. Not the other bushmeat, but the
I
forest
got you.
bushmeat. Like get your mind out of the gutter. Gotta keep it HR approved.
Oh man.
Man, I feel like I got to upgrade from these Chips Ahoy, man, right now. I feel
I
like
know,
I'm
right?
getting hungry over here.
Y'all
I
making
don't know.
me
You in
hungry.
Cali, you gotta watch what you get there, man.
That's right.
What'd you
You
say?
do.
What'd he say?
I said you're in Cali, you gotta watch what you get there in the Chips Ahoy.
That's right.
I've been having a lot of pizza and spaghetti over here, man. It's the easiest meal to cook, man. I'm not used to being home this much.
Oh,
I know.
I'm gonna call
Me neither.
I'm gonna call Rachel Lynch, man. Rachel Lynch is into that pizza.
No, I've actually been asking my followers that follow like my live set is like, hey, if there's like recipes or things that you've been making during this quarantine that you want to send over, and I must have had 20 people give me new recipes.
Get you up. That's good.
And so I said, hey, I'll try to attempt to cook this. I'm not promising anything, and I'll take a photo of it just for confirmation.
I love
We
it.
just had a recipe we found off of Facebook today called chicken shit, and it's like, and it's just
Hold on,
chicken and stuffing and
we should
cheese.
doesn't have the coronavirus.
Was
in
it good?
It was great. It
Oh,
was
okay.
great. I'll share it so you guys can maybe
Oh,
try
man.
it.
Yes, please. I'm down with anything new. I did just get takeout. I'm about to go smash it.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with In-N-Out. In-N-Out's always
Oh,
a
that's
solid
it.
choice.
Yes, super solid. We don't have that on the East Coast.
You got it here in
Yeah, we don't
Texas.
Yeah, we don't have it here.
Californians are moving all in over here.
It's true. Taking over.
Yeah, I don't mind. But if you move to Texas, don't vote the same way. Don't vote the same way. You know, we're doing just fine.
Hey,
Everything's
Joe,
bigger in Texas.
Hey, Joe, I had a question for you. What is there any new talents or hobbies or old hobbies that you're picking up since being in quarantine?
Detailing cars.
Ooh.
Yeah, I used to have a guy. I've had the same guy for over a decade detailing my cars because I always have black cars, which are the hardest to clean. And so every weekend I got my kids out there and I'm trying to like remember my old skills. So every weekend black cars are getting washed. It saves a lot of money too.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, that's one of the only things I've really picked back up that I used to do. I guess eventually I'll probably, I don't know if I can get back into yard work. I gave that one up years ago, but I never say never. I don't know. I might be coming look out there. I don't know. I got a couple more days before I got to decide.
Yeah.
How old are your kids, Joe?
They're old enough to be cutting the damn grass.
That's for sure.
They're boys. They're 12 and 15. That's plenty old.
Yeah,
I know. I was definitely
man,
cutting it like 12.
I got the muscle and the meat.
Exactly.
Get that yard.
Yeah. No,
I
they're
tell
cut.
my son, I tell my kids, man, this is military zone here. You know?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, buddy. You need to stand attention. Put your feet together, shoulders back, chin up. Say yes, sir.
That's right.
Daddy daycare. You know.
Here.
Oh,
Hey, I watch four kids full-time entrepreneur
Oh.
in daycare for the last 5 years. So
Wow.
it's not easy. Yeah. So I'm doing this business. So
Right.
I'm hustling, man. You know, my wife. Big shout out to her, man. My wife, she is busting her ass. She covers our health insurance. You know, so that's been a real blessing. So she works at Bank of America.
Right.
And it's an essential job.
Absolutely.
She's working from home now.
Right.
You know, and she makes really good money from it.
Right.
I got her the job there when I was working there before I got laid off. But yeah, she's been there 10 years. Wow. And her position is very important, you know. So
Yeah.
big shout out to her. I mean, she really kicks her tail. So she comes home, she's exhausted, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
One of my
and then
DJs is a banker. Yeah.
she's also a good educator too, you know? She's really good with like helping the kids with their homework.
Yep.
She could be a good school teacher.
Yeah.
Excellent school teacher. You know, I'm not a school teacher. I'll help them like maybe with reading here and there, make sure they kind of keep them in line.
Right.
But yeah, man, you know, she's holding it down too on her end. You know, so we both got a lot going on in that aspect when you with 4 kids. And we're talking ages as of right now, 4, 7, one about to be 8, one about to be 13. So
Wow.
they're still pretty needy right now. The
Work.
3 younger ones.
That's work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Work.
got a 9 and a 19.
Wow. Big guy.
Mhm.
I heard that. Wow.
Well,
All right.
So,
Joe, we got anything else? I think my man's hungry.
Hungry.
yeah. Well, one more
He
question.
wants that.
Okay.
I'm about to turn into a velociraptor here.
Yeah. I know you're hungry, Joe. We all are. So we have one more question. Maybe you could
Okay.
explain this better than I can. How do you live stream a Zoom session?
I don't know that I've been live streaming on Zoom at all, but the key to anything live streaming is the interface. So whether you use, like, there's a cable that NLFX literally started making, like when this thing broke out, I was like, everybody's live streaming, everybody sounds like shit because they're just playing through their monitors straight into the phone microphone, and it sounds terrible. And so,
Radio Shack.
and he said, I said, can you make this cable? And I showed him this cable, and it was basically like a tip ring sleeve, 1/8 inch that can go into the headphone jack of like an iPad, let's say, if you wanted to stream from the iPad. And then the RCA just went right out of the controller, and then you change the Serato settings to mono. And then you can stream anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's Zoom. The thing about Zoom and some of these other platforms that you have to go into the settings and really look, because Zoom, as we're on now, I think, is made for talking. And so they have these internal settings that I think you need to kind of check off. Like, you don't want all this noise cancellation and suppression and stuff. So I think there's some settings in Zoom that can clean it up, but it's really based on what are you streaming through, whether it's a iRig, or I've got this little Focusrite Scarlett box that has XLR ends on it, and then it goes USB into a computer. Even I've done all kinds of camera angles and everything else, but the key is, to me, is good audio. I don't think anybody really wants to see me, but they definitely want to hear good audio, especially, I've seen people putting my thing up, like Verducci said, up on like their big screens, and they're probably playing it through their sound bars, or they're playing it through their Sonos or whatever. It's not going to sound any better if it already sounds like an AM radio. You know what I mean? It's going to sound like a louder AM radio. So I think the key is really just good audio, and then engagement with the crowd, like Verducci was saying, like shouting out people. I've done a terrible job at that. And even this watch party idea, like I'm over here like writing this down to tell Dominic tomorrow, like, let's make sure we're getting people to share this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I don't have an exact answer for Zoom.
Cool. So we're here past the hour. I would like to say thank you, Joe, for coming on.
Sure, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for having me. Yes, absolutely, guys. Everybody hang in there, and I will let's circle back in a couple of weeks or something and have another chat and see where we are.
Absolutely.
Sir.
Sounds like a plan, guys. Y'all keep
All
in
right.
touch. Thank you.
Facebook for listening.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Have a blessed one.
You too, man.
Bless all of y'all. God bless.
Yes, sir.
Hands clean, peoples.
Before you go, Joe, if you can just
Oh,
have where people can reach you, like,
oh yeah, sure. If you guys want to find me on Instagram, it's at Joe Bunn, JoeBunn, and you can DM me there. I'll always respond, or just shoot me an email at joe@bunndjcompany.com.
cool.